I posted on Instagram every day for a whole month. But why, might you ask? Well, the answer is pretty simple. I wanted to see what would actually happen to my account if I posted consistently for 30 days in succession. Would my account blow up and go viral, or would literally nothing happen? My follower count is currently sitting at 914, and on average I guess I'd say I post like twice a month, if that. So yeah, I guess something's got to change here. You see, consistency is something I've always struggled with in the past. I always got these great ideas in my head, but when the going got tough, I'd pull out and start procrastinating by going on my phone or something to give myself that sweet dopamine hit. However, over the past 12 months or so, I've really tried to educate myself by learning about discipline and how successful people have achieved great things in their lives. Now, one thing I've really picked up upon is this idea of persistence, and in this book here, called Think and Grow Rich, the author Napoleon Hill tells a story about how R.U. Darby's uncle spent weeks digging for gold. The story, in short, is that he knew there was gold in this particular location, but when he tried to find it, he couldn't, so he gives up and sells all the machinery that he had. Now, the person he sold the machinery to decided to go to the exact same location to try for himself, and it turns out that had the uncle have kept digging for only 3 more feet, he would have found the ore which managed to sell for millions. The author of the book then continues to talk about the principle of persistence. So basically, you never know just how close you may be to succeeding, and if you never quit, then your chances of succeeding are just so much higher. Of course, it's a simple concept, but it's certainly easier said than done. So with that being said, I began researching about Instagram Reels and planning my own. At this point, I didn't really know the exact type of Reels that I firstly enjoyed posting and secondly could post consistently without burning out. As it currently stands, I've only posted drone photography, so I'm probably going to be sticking with this niche as I think it will be easiest for me to maintain for the time being. After planning everything, I started to capture content for the reels and of course edit them. But it was taking a lot longer than I had wanted it to. So it's been about 2 weeks and I've bulk made about 3 weeks worth of content. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually quite draining. At this point I was thinking there is no way I can continue making reels this frequently if it's gonna take this long to create them. And not only that, but I didn't really like what I'd made. I don't really like the generic cringy trends, but I didn't know any better, so I just went with it. I mean, just look at what I've made here, man. Stuff it. Like, I'm gonna post it anyway. At this point, content is content, right? So it was May the 28th and I'd posted my first reel, and although I wasn't entirely happy with what I'd created, I was still there twiddling my thumbs and getting all hyped about posting every day for the next 3 weeks. I was constantly refreshing the page to see how much the views had gone up by and if I'd got any new followers. And nothing was really happening. I mean, yeah, it had gone up by a few views, but I was thinking, like, God, I wanted more than this, you know? Anyway, that post is now sitting at about 975 views, but after about 24 hours of posting it, it was sitting at about 250 views. Now, I'd be lying if I said this didn't affect me a little bit mentally. I started to doubt the process and I kind of just felt absorbed by the whole thing, feeling like it wasn't enough. I honestly just felt like this whole idea was stupid and I just wasted my time. However, I continued to post for the next 7 days, but I also continued to feel the same way about the whole experience, where I was always on my phone trying to check the engagement count and feeling bad about myself. So I've posted for 7 days in a row now, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I actually just can't continue on like this. I just feel like I'm just focusing way too much on the engagement count and it's just making me feel pretty bad about myself, to be honest with you. And it's stupid because my only focus should be staying consistent. So I had this new idea where every time I posted, I would just simply put my phone down and not look at it until the next day. This was actually a massive turning point for me because it actually made the experience a whole lot more enjoyable. I also then started to realise that certain reels would get more views for no apparent reason. Mate, I spent hours making this, and look, 300 views, right, on this. It took me hours. Like, it looks simple, but that took so long to, like, first of all think about, and second of all just make the transition happen. And then I've got this video here, which has got 2,500 views, and seriously, it took me about 10 minutes to make. Like, I hate that video, but I like the first one, and the one I hate gets 2,500, and the one I like gets 300 views, so mate, I don't get it. It's almost like the algorithm just decides which reel is going to go viral before it's even posted. Like, my favourite reels are getting less views than the ones that I don't even like. So I quickly learned that there is literally no point in concerning myself about the engagement anymore, and that all I actually needed to concern myself with was just getting the posts out there in the first place and enjoying what I post. It was at this moment where I realised I didn't want to focus my account towards drone photography anymore. Yes, I enjoy it, but do I enjoy it enough to continue for the foreseeable future? No. What I am passionate about, however, is focusing on sharing a healthy mindset and lifestyle. And this is something I do feel I could continue posting about in the long term. So anyway, what were the results? Well, here are some insights. As you can see, I had 31 new followers with 18 deciding to unfollow, totaling to a net gain of 13 followers, which in hindsight I'm actually really happy with, because when I compare that to the previous month where I only posted twice, there's actually a noticeable change there. You can also see that there's a massive difference in the percentage of accounts reached and accounts engaged between the 2 months. The month where I only posted twice resulted in me reaching 1,507 accounts, but in the month after that, where I posted every day, I reached over 18,000 accounts, which is an increase of more than 2,000%, which I just find insane. As well as that, the accounts I engaged increased by over 900%. So what did I actually get out of this experiment? Well, it's pretty clear that although I didn't gain an extreme amount of followers, I now know that posting consistently is definitely a way of heading in the right direction. And I'm pretty confident that if I could find a way to post consistently for a number of years, yes, years, there would be almost certain growth. And I know it's possible to do this because other people do it. There are literally millions of people on Instagram that have managed to find a way to make it work. So what's next, and how will I improve? Well, I'm going to continue posting lifestyle mini vlogs, and I'm going to experiment with the posting times. I'm also going to start networking with others and commenting on similar posts to try and actually be a part of the community, because I haven't done any of that so far. I think it will be great to meet some like-minded people, and yeah, I'm hoping this will be a bit of a game changer. Right, I'm going now. See ya.